Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna get ready together. I'm gonna be using all of my very favorite tested, tried and true drugstore items. These are not new drops. These are things that I have loved for a very long time. Was just kind of cleaning up the studio space and just thought it might be nice to go in with the holy grails because I need it. This smells so nice. It always smells like My Little Ponies to me for some reason. This is the JOAH Crystal Glow Luminizing Mist. We've got some peptides and hyaluronic acid. My skin needs all the help it can get right now. I have still been under the weather. Whatever this is will not kick. And my skin feels so dehydrated. So let's get the skin good and prepped. I am gonna first go in with this Essence Fix and Last Jelly Primer. I've been using this for a hot minute now, and literally, I've said this in a few videos before, there's something about this particular jelly gripping primer that just smooths my skin right out. It's like a fine line eraser, and it just helps your foundation to smooth on so nice. I wanted to mention I had used this one in a dupe video, the NYX Plump Right Back with Electrolytes. This one is really great. But for those of you asking if I had to pick between the two, I would go with the Essence Jelly. And it's not as sticky as the e.l.f. Jelly. It's just like a nice smoothing, hydrating primer that does allow your foundation to wear longer and smooth on more velvety. All right, but because more is more, always, we're using the Impossible Primer, the One. This is silicone free, the primer that does it all. It literally says that on the bottle. This is from Wet n Wild, and it is one of the greatest. It's probably my second fave blurring primer to my beloved Tarte. It is that good. Pick it up at any drugstore. I am gonna go in with a little bit of nose contour and concealer first. I'm not gonna do like a full-blown underpainting thing because why, right? I'm doing like a fresh, juicy, natural, rose, fall-inspired themed look. I sat here last night because I had like a weird surge of energy. Does that happen to anybody else? Like you're not well, and then all of a sudden at like 10 o'clock at night, you're like, you know what? I suddenly feel like so inspired. I think I'm gonna paint my nails. And I chose this shade right here. This is a drugstore fave, Quick Dry from Olive & June. This is a new shade for fall that they have though called Cabernet, and I love it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have a perfect sweater weather turtleneck that I love to pull out every year. I was like, this matches. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put all my makeup out in advance to like motivate me to do my makeup. And then I was like, and then I'm gonna film it because this is all drugstore goodness and it's like rose themed and I have a plan. So you were in for a treat despite my mood being kind of like this and like, and like not 100 because I have a plan when a lot of the time I don't. So part of my plan is I saw Patrick Ta doing, actually I didn't see him, I saw someone reviewing his technique of doing nose contour before concealer. And I was like, you know what? That is smart. This is smart. It's a little bit of underpainting, but not quite because I'm going to take the concealer just like up a little bit here and then put the foundation on. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Brain fog. What was I even saying? Oh my gosh. I'm using the Revolution makeup. I put this in a dupes video. The Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. I didn't like this one at first, and then it kind of grew on me, and so I have been loving it. We're gonna go in with an old flame, an old addiction, an old love of mine in the concealer department. Whenever I go back to this one, I'm always like, you get an A+. Why did we take a break? You are it for me. This is the Catrice True Skin Hyaluronic Acid Waterproof High Cover Concealer. I am gonna take it, like I said, up to the bridge of the nose here and kind of in like so and see if that does anything. We're gonna now go into Revlon Color Stay. This one, I always love when the weather turns for some reason. I don't mind being a little more high coverage. I feel like in the hot months, everything is slipping and sliding off the skin anyway, and kind of all over the place with the kind of foundation styles that I use and like. But for some reason, when fall hits, I do notice that I always go back to this one. It's like a thing. So here we are back into the Color Stay. And it just gives a beautiful finish that's high coverage, but not overly cakey, you know? And I am just using a velour puff today. I find this to just be really effective to get high coverage in certain areas. And then you can kind of pull and smooth out in the areas that you don't want as much coverage. So pat, 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 pat. And I almost like let it dry down a little bit and then I pull. I have an interesting update for you guys hair-wise. I'm experiencing random breakage like never before, and I felt like it was my duty to update you all. In my Amazon video where I tested out those weird volume rollers, I liked them and then I continued playing around with them a little bit. Like I like them for certain areas of my head where I want like particular volume, and you guys know I'm a volume girl, I love it. But those puppies, when you take them out, they rip at the hair so much that I just wanted to throw that out there in case anyone was still kind of tempted to purchase, to maybe think twice. If you have highlighted hair or hair that is prone to breakage, you might not love those. Stick with like the basic Velcro rollers that are thermal are my personal faves, and I'll have those linked below. But yeah, I was noticing that today. I'm like, dude, I've got to stop using those because they're pulling my freaking hair out, you know? Gonna go in with some Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Translucent, one of the very best loose powders at the drugstore. I am still obsessed after all of these years. This has silica, cornstarch, it does have talc. I don't believe there's fragrance in here, but it is just so smoothing and has a nice coverage. After I mentioned this one last time, so many people were in my DMs and they're like, oh my gosh, I went and got that and like freaking miracle. And that always makes me so happy when you guys try products that I recommend and you love them, especially when it's something that you just go to Target on a quick run for and you're not spending a ton of money. I just find that really satisfying. So this is such a good one. And then I would say also for drugstore loose powder, I still like Maybelline. They have a couple different versions of loose that I really, really like. Let me know in the comments, because I've done L'Oreal and I believe Maybelline, that I've tried everything from this brand. What other brand do you want me to do? Should I do Wet n Wild, Milani? I want to do another brand breakdown. Cast your vote and let me know. Just gonna take a little bit on a brush now. Dust it everywhere. And lightly dust the forehead. I've been trying to not over powder my forehead. I feel like it makes any dryness or those lines get exaggerated, but at the same time, you don't want to just leave your forehead looking gummy and shiny. Like that's not good either. So you want to find that balance. So the way that I have been doing that is to go heavier on the areas that I want to have set all day, and then just really tapping in lightly on the other parts of my face. I want to put some lips on. I am back in love with the shade Island Spice from Honeybee Gardens. This is like, I'm considering it drugstore because it's like 10 bucks and you can find it at grocery stores, like health food grocery stores or Amazon. And legit, I don't even know, like I should count one day how many lip liners I own. I have a ton. And this is what I go to like 24/7. This is pretty much like the gold standard. I would say it's even better than Charlotte Tilbury. And that's saying a lot because I love her lip liners. Ooh, you know what else I've been playing with again so much? I did recently rifle through a lot of my lip products and I was like, Jason Wu is still a hot ticket, okay? This is available at Target. And if you like to do any kind of highlighting with your lip, let me tell you, this is it. This is the one. This is 03 Stay in Line Lip Pencil. There are a ton of really beautiful nude, peachy, lighter shades that you could use to contour. I kind of want to make sure that this is blended. So I'm going to take, this is not drugstore, but I'm going to take a Scott Barnes 6-1 and just kind of buff those two situations together. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Tony Moly Watermelon Fantasy Balm, you guys. I know I try not to do a lot of fragrance. It's a personal thing. It usually makes me sneeze and makes my nose run. And it's funny, it's not all fragrance. It's like particular fragrances that I loved for years I had to get rid of, and like certain shampoos really triggered me. So it's not an all, it's like certain things. And I know right away, I'll like start sneezing where I'm sneezing like 20 times in a row. I kid you not. And I'm like, oh, my body does not like this one. This watermelon scent, for some reason, no sneezing, no runny nose, and I'm so excited about it because it is a pleasure and a joy to put this on. I want to get the different flavors. It's so cute. I've been taking this with me everywhere and I just love it. It's the next best thing to Laneige. Not as expensive. Okay, I need brows. We need some brows really quickly. Dare I talk while I'm doing brows? Should I? Should I? Absolutely not. I will be right back. Okay, I'll talk a tiny bit. This is my e.l.f. bite-size brows. One of the best. I would say for high end, I cannot stop using the Danessa Myricks, the new palette. This is the Groundwork palette. I brought this with me to Vegas. I used it as my eyeshadow, liner, brows, contour. This thing's fabulous, but I will say for brows, the closest, believe it or not, in formula application, specifically for the brows, is the e.l.f. Bite Size. This one is just so good. Like, it is so, so good. I'm feeling better. I actually, like, am I healed? Because I feel better all of a sudden. Makeup. Oh my gosh. Do I want to wipe the bake off? Yes, I do. We're gonna go in, get the bake off of here, out of here. I am gonna bronze up the face first really quick. This is kind of new-ish. I showed this in my Amazon Prime video, the whole PR kit from the Alice in Wonderland themed collection. I love this bronzer so much. It has just enough sheen in the center. Just make sure you give the brush a little bit of a tap off and use a fluffier brush. Don't use anything that's going to concentrate the formula too much. And if you notice, I'm not using a ton of pressure. I'm intentionally going light. I like to kind of sweep and then bounce. Go down the neck a little bit. Dude, I feel like it's so weird that lifting weights has the power to change like the structure of your face, but I feel like my face gets so hollowed out so quickly, whether it's like stress or just having a little cold. Like, I will drop a couple pounds pretty quickly, and I'm seeing it in my face right now. Someone really hardcore came at me and was like, "You're lying to us, Tati. You did get buccal fat removal and a nose job, and I can't believe you. I can't believe you that you won't tell us." And honestly, I like had to sit there for a minute and be like, my goodness, like, do I even like reply to this or what? I didn't. It's kind of top of my mind right now, but like, that is one of the weirder things of being online, is having people accuse you of things that you're like, absolutely no, like, no, that's not that, like, no, that's not it at all. I promise you, like, you can't live in my skin and like know the absolute truth from my experience. Okay, so like, I guess you're just judging me and like kind of harsh. But like, it's just the weirdest thing, because how do you defend that? Like, it's just, this is just my face. That's it. I mean, I guess that's better than the other person that wrote a manifesto about how I'm going to hell because I got a boob job. That was a delight in my day. Like, I'm not even joking. Where do people have the time for this is what I want to know. And do you really think you're doing something positive in someone's life by saying that and putting that out there? I just don't think so. Yeah, so that was like, there were a couple of rough and wild comments in the plastic surgery video, but that was to be expected. Most of you guys were so supportive, and honestly, I felt so empowered and inspired by posting that video that it only made me want to share more of myself despite being judged, because that is just going to come with the territory. Being accused of lying is tough, and then the "you're going to hell" thing, is tough for reasons that are not on the surface. Like, it makes me sad that people will point a finger at another human being and almost like feel superior in a way, to be like, and you are gonna burn for this. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, how do you think that's good in any capacity? Like, I genuinely feel bad for people that feel that way. Okay, so I mentioned in the Essence video, which is such a good rundown of all of my just absolute favorites from the brand, and most things are under $5. So if you're like, I like this whole drugstore thing, I could use some more recommendations, go check that video out. I will link it below. But I put this on in that video. I've used this for years, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. And also I was wearing the blush, the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. This is newer compared to this guy right here. And I saw the footage and I'm like, ooh, like, despite the fact that I was very tan, like I don't know what I was doing that day in that particular video, like my foundation I think was a little bit dark, but like I considered the look to be like a romantic blush and like a soft, sweet glow. And I'm so into that look right now. And I feel like this is gonna go really well with the whole aesthetic of everything I'm attempting to do with my face at the moment. I wanna look polished, more rested, and just like my skin has like health to it, even though it doesn't. I'm actually going to go on top of that blush just a tiny little bit here, just to bring the skin to life. Cause she's dry. She's a little dry. Oh, so much better, right? Now we're gonna take our vitamins from Wet n Wild. I love this setting mist. It's so good and highly underrated. This is the Super Nutrient Face Mist. It has hyaluronic acid in it, a bunch of vitamins. It's really light and refreshing, but I feel like it does give you just like a little bit of moisture if you're having like a crinkled day. You know what I'm saying? We want all the extra moisture without the grease. Like, that is the name of the game. And this is it's just gonna do it. I don't go light with any setting mist ever. I'm like, use half the bottle. Just get in there. All right, let's get to the eyes. I have some cream shadows I wanted to play with. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of like Latte Woman, or like, let's call it something else, Hazelnut Woman. I'm gonna do my Hazelnut Fantasy eye makeup. We're gonna start with e.l.f. No Budge Cream Shadow. This is in the shade Sand Dune. All right, I've been having weird dreams recently too with this whole not feeling great thing. Yikes. Do you guys get like full-blown fever dreams and then you wake up and you're like, am I even alive? Like, what even was that? I can't remember if I've ever had this happen before, but tell me please, someone in the comments. Like, I'm not even joking. I was so disturbed by this dream. Okay, so in my dream, I was really concerned about needing to wash my hair, which was a concern I was having in real life. Anyway, that concern for needing to wash my hair like carried over into my dream, where I was so concerned about washing my hair and so concerned that people would notice that like I hadn't washed my hair. I was having a dream about needing to wash my hair, and then I woke up from that dream about needing to wash my hair, and I was like, gosh, that's so weird that I'm having a dream about needing to wash my hair, but I was still in the dream. So in my dream, I woke up from a dream, and then I also woke up. What? Like, what even is that? Has that ever happened to any of you? Because I woke up and I was literally like, wait, I just had a dream that I was dreaming. And I was dreaming about a dream, and I woke up from the dream, and then I woke up from the dream. And I'm not feeling too well. So, fever dreams be crazy. Okay, we're gonna go in with e.l.f. Plateau. I feel a little shy that I just really went there and shared that, because honestly, it was so weird. It was so weird. And then I told my mom, she's like, oh yeah, that's happened to me a lot. And I'm like, thanks for normalizing it for me, Mom. Like, I felt it was weird to be trapped in like a dream, having woken up from a dream and then needing to wake up from your dream. What is life? Like, what? This is more cool toned than I had wanted. This is not what I was hoping for. Well, gosh darn it. The blend is really, really nice. It's just not as warm as I had wanted. So dare I do it? This is not Drugstore, but this is from Glamnetics. It's the shade Lion. This is my channel. We can break the rules sometime. I just got this in PR. So this is not like a forever love, but like, shoot, is that pretty? It's gonna just change everything. Look at this. What would we call this? This is like a whole different like bronze golden fantasy. I just love how if you have a look that is too gray toned, that didn't turn out the way you wanted, that things are just not working together and you're like, man, the plan got ruined. The thing that you can always do is take a flattering, shimmery anything and just kind of tap it on top, put on your mascara, and you'll be fine. Like you'll have a really balanced, pretty look. That always saves the day. Go ahead and use a little mascara. I am gonna put on lashes because I kind of feel like feeling really pretty. Since I did my Essence video, I have re-fallen in love with this particular mascara, the Volume Stylist 18 Hour. It's actually not one of their like best sellers. The Princess Lash gets so much more action and attention, but this is just my particular favorite. I just like this one so much. I like the look it gives the lashes. It's great underneath false lashes. So I'm not gonna goop them up too much because I know I'm going in with falsies. But it just separates, elongates, lengthens, holds a curl. It's just such a great mascara. It's, I want to say $4.99. It's just a good one. I am going to put on, because I want just like a little more something, and this is a great Longwear Jelly Formula Gloss. This is the 8-Hour Infallible Pro Gloss from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Nude Petal. It's lash time. Also, this is a phenomenal glue. The Dark Tone Duo Glue, for some reason, it's a little scary to put on because you're like, oh my gosh, am I totally gonna mess up and like get crap everywhere? Like there is a little bit of that. But if you are, I wouldn't recommend this for beginners, but if you're a little bit pro at doing your lashes, this is the longest wear non-irritating glue that I've ever used. And it does not ruin the lash either. You can take it off pretty easily and the glue itself will kind of peel off the lashes without being a total nightmare. So I just really, really love this. Okay, and breathe. You can do this. You are capable. I will admit to you guys, there are two things with my makeup after all of these years that I still get a little about doing. It's not the brows. The brows can be annoying, but winged liner and lashes still make me go like, okay, we're at the hard part. Like we can do this. All these years later, let's see what happens. I'm gonna take a little bit of the L'Oreal bronzer and a smaller crease brush and just go underneath, grazing it along that lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take the excess and kind of blend out what we had going on the nose. And I wanna warm it up just even a tiny bit further. So I am gonna go back in here and go just a little bit above the crease. I love how this turned out. I am feeling so much better, so much more pulled together, and I really love all of these products that I used today. They have my stamp of approval. A lot of them are long wear, so this is also very budge-proof makeup. We're getting things done at the drugstore and demanding that they not just apply really well, but that they last. So I hope you guys enjoyed this more fall drugstore faves tutorial / get ready with me. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, share the video, leave me those comments, make sure you are subscribed and ring the bell before you leave. Other than that, go and have a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.